And we are back with our next interview. Here I'm joined by Megan Holm. Megan, thank you for joining me.
You're welcome.
Megan, so if my scouts are right, I should be welcoming you back to the Valley because I know you used to go here to this school, what, 5+ years ago?
Plus, yes, we're going to definitely go with plus there.
Plus. So what did you major in when you did go here?
What I finally ended up graduating with was a new media imaging degree and a minor in business. So that's not even a degree that they offer anymore. I think it lasted a couple years.
I haven't
But
heard of that.
it's basically graphics, but more with the website and 3D design and stuff.
Okay. So what kind of classes did you do? What did that entail of? Because I'm not familiar with that at all.
It's a lot of the same classes as graphics.
Okay.
But then we also did a lot more of the CAD and the 3D programs and more, we dove more deeply into website work also.
Okay. That sounds like a healthy mixture of what the industrial design or now product design students do, that mixed in with the graphic design. Because a lot of the graphic design students don't do the 3D modeling part of anything.
Right.
Yeah.
And had the industrial design been here when I was here, that probably would have been what I
Fair point.
would have ended up with.
Fair
I
point.
started out with engineering when I was first here, and I
What?
did a year and a quarter of engineering, and then before I changed to graphics. So I went kind of from one side of the spectrum to the other, and should have found something a little bit more in the middle.
There was no gray area back then.
No.
Engineering, I didn't even know you did engineering. Why did you think that was a good idea?
I like math
voice is
and
just
I
weird.
like building things and using my hands and that type of creativity. So
Fair?
graphics was too much on a computer and not enough
Yeah.
hands-on.
Yeah, that's what kind of annoys me about the area that we're in. Sometimes everything is so kind of heavily computer based. I like being outside in the elements and getting to explore and do a lot of that too. But that's what it is. So, okay, you had that degree. Say it for me one more time.
New media imaging.
Okay. And for anyone who doesn't know, Megan comes all the way from Texas. Were you able to use new media and imaging in Texas?
I've never technically used that official degree since graduating, but I've used parts of just design. And one of the things they say is design is design is design. And to some degree, that's true. So my first job out of school was at a lighting design store.
Okay.
So I did a little bit of their CAD work, laying out lights and where they would go in houses and stuff. But then I also ended up training employees, assisting
Interesting.
in their website department, assisting them with their accounting, and just I ended up kind of doing it all at that job.
So
And
you
it was-
focused heavily on the business part of your training, your schooling.
Yeah, it was a combination kind of all of it, which was really fun to be able to go to a job and not do the same exact thing every day.
Yeah.
If I felt like just not interacting with people, I could sit at a computer and just work on things there, and days that I didn't want to be on a computer, I could work the floor and interact. And
I like anything that can give you that flexibility. So if I come into work and I'm like, "Ugh, I can't be bothered with people, just bring me my coffee and let me do my work," you can do that. Or if you feel like, oh, I want to talk to like 10 people, let me go talk to these people. I like that. Not a lot of jobs give you that. It's either this or that. There's no like in between.
and that job had a lot of that nice flexibility.
Yeah. Okay, so I do remember talking to you before, and you said you were part of a company that worked on leather skins for shaving.
Straight razors and strops.
Right. Tell me about
A
that.
good family friend of ours down in Texas, he started a little side business with straight razors and wanted to get into that, but it was extremely expensive for people to get into it. So he figured out ways to make it cheaper for newbies, people who didn't know if it was something that they wanted to stick with, just people who wanted to try it out and not waste a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
And so his main focus has always been newbies. And when the business started to grow a little bit more than he could handle, he pulled me in to help out. And I was just a stay-at-home mom at the time. And so it was kind of really nice to have a flexible job. I could do a good chunk of it at home and do some of it at his house.
Yeah.
And it offered a lot of flexibility. And it grew to where I was running the business for him and managing a number of employees. But now the business has scaled back quite a bit.
Interesting.
With the market has grown quite a bit more, and so there's a lot more competition out there.
Yeah.
And we've never had to advertise so far, but
Maybe.
If it's something that I wanted to grow again, we could start advertising and marketing and doing some different stuff to try and grow it. But right now it's kind of nice keeping it just small and in the background.
So is it only in Texas right now?
He's in Texas. The business I was able to move up here with me.
Interesting.
So all the product and everything is actually in my basement and
Just hidden out there. Yeah.
yes.
Interesting. Okay. So I still remember talking to you. We had a lot of talk before this. Megan and I are actually colleagues in the very loosest of ways. And I remember you saying that you did some work here at the university with your past husband redesigning the shop, the auto shop.
My senior project
Right.
when I was here was the school's auto shop at the and so that was a lot of fun. It didn't necessarily match my major exactly because it
Yeah.
was a lot more hands-on, but I tiled the floor, painted the walls. I had designed a logo that they don't use anymore, but I cleaned up the shop, organized it, did a lot of stuff. The engine table that's in there, I spent many hours cleaning that in the
Really?
parts cleaner and a lot of the
Interesting.
work that you see in there.
Because I honestly, so when I first came into this, I thought you graduated with the modern graphic design major. So I thought, why would someone who's a graphic designer have to redo the whole shop? But now hearing that your major is a mixture of graphic and product design, that makes
New
a
media,
little bit
more
more
3D,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah, that's weird though. It's cool, and I would love to see someone do a project like that again because I think a lot of the buildings or the rooms in the CTC could use a bit of a facelift if we're just gonna be honest about it. But that's cool. So how did you end up working up here in College Place? What brought you up here?
A few years back, my first husband passed away, and after he died, another one of our good friends, a year later, his wife also passed away. And so we ended up they both passed in a similar manner. And so we ended up just talking a lot and ended up that we had a lot in common. And so we ended up getting married and I moved up here. And it's been a really nice move to be back up in a smaller area, not
nice.
have to sit in traffic, lots and lots of traffic to get
Oh, yeah.
everywhere. It's kind of nice to not spend half your life in a car.
It's so bizarre. I remember leaving New York, and just to put this in perspective, I live about 40 miles from the dealership up in Long Island, and it would take me at least an hour to get there just because traffic was so bad. So coming up here and having none of that was really, really nice. Everything is 15 minutes max away. It's nice. Well, Megan, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for sharing a bit of your wisdom and some of your words. That major, I need to sit with that some more. So thank you, and thank you all for coming. We will see you in a few. And we're back. So we are now playing another game. This one is fill in the blank. Basically, this one, we read a prompt and you respond. So I'm going to read a prompt and you guys have to guess what the blank is. Anything that you think, I would say whether it makes sense or not. Even though 80% of what I say makes sense. So everything will be logical. Ooh, there's a lot in here right now. Okay, let's see what we got. I ordered a pizza and one of the toppings I got was blank.
Darn it, I don't know you this well.
I don't know me this well. Okay, this A is terrible. To anyone who sees this.
No.
I'll write that over. Okay, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Ostrich egg.
I feel like
That's
I went too
fancy.
generic. I was like,
Olives? I don't know if I think I'm okay with black olives on pizza.
the sass.
Sass? Yeah.
I guess that, yeah, you would say that.
I wouldn't though, so I surprised myself with that one. Okay, who wants to volunteer next?
So would it be,
It's you.
What?
You're gonna go next.
Oh, I don't understand why we were touching our
Nose goes? You never heard of nose goes?
Apparently not.
Oh.
I was late for work because I saw a blank in the middle of the road.
This is College Place.
so it'd be you or her?
We both answer about her.
Oh, okay. See a blank in the road.
be rational now. This is Walla Walla. College Place. These things are everywhere. Are you guys ready? 1, 2, 3.
Tractor.
They're everywhere. Fair point. So these are all kind of valid. But puddle, I think I was closest to a puddle, yeah? Totally.
Tractor? I guess
Totally.
they make them.
Tractors and puddles are basically synonymous.
What did the farmer say when he lost his tractor?
What?
Where's my tractor?
Fair point.
Why is it always design logos? Is this like trying to like
You're just picking the ones
all the logo things?
specified for you.
Yeah, for real. If I were to design my own logo, I would want it to look like. You already know what my logo looks like.
I don't know what your logo looks like.
I don't know what it looks like either.
You would want to look like ooh, okay.
Are we drawing it or writing like the word?
Write it out in
Okay.
case people can't tell what you're drawing. Anyone who spent time in the tech department will appreciate mine. Ooh, a swan.
Bucket hat.
Brent's bucket hat. Made by hand. I like mine best. Brent's bucket hat. Anyone who
He
spent...
already has a logo with that. Like
Okay,
that,
but
though.
now yours can look like his too.
My own?
Yeah. So, speaking of swans, made by hand, and bucket hats, that's all we have time for. So thank you guys for joining us for another episode of UView Variety Show. I was your host, Rohan, and we will see you next time. Take care.